was a cheap shot though, Jamie. Hey, it's Nax and welcome back to my channel. We are continuing Game of Thrones. I feel like it's gonna get to a point where I might just have a notebook right beside me, and then I'll just note down the things as well as I'm reacting on the things I want to talk about at the end of every episode. Because you know that feeling where you're in the middle of a conversation with someone, and I'm not saying this is right, but sometimes they say something and you kind of want to say something in relation to that, but as adults it's kind of like better to just wait for your turn to speak. Yeah, I get too excited sometimes when I'm talking to someone, or if there's like a situation where I kind of want to share a story as well in relation to that story, or in relation to something, or basically like in essence just want to react to something. Anyway, we're continuing with Game of Thrones. We left off with the very last part that we left off is Catelyn Stark arresting Tyrion Lannister. And she couldn't be any more wrong. Like it was even like evident with how Tyrion was at the end of it all. He was so confused. So confused. And the thing is that there might be a big plot twist where in fact he was not innocent all along, but I'm 90% sure he's innocent. 10% maybe he did actually do it to protect his siblings. But another thing, Jamie and Cersei well, no, Jamie is nice to him, but Cersei seems like a total bitch. So I don't really know how that's gonna work. And Cole, this is how I pay them, because I always tell my dogs that you guys are my employees and it's time to work when we're filming reaction stuff. There, good boy. Anyway, with that said, let's just go on ahead and get started with Game of Thrones, because I want to see what happens next. The North. The tree! I remember that. That was where Catelyn Stark spoke to his confidence. And to think, they probably would have just ruled it out as an accident if they didn't try to get Bran killed. Like, if they didn't hire an assassin. Everyone would have just thought it was an accident. But no, because there's an assassin, now Catelyn is thinking, why would they want to try to kill a boy? Because of something he saw, obviously. Wolf, stag, lion, dragon. If I had to pick, I wanna be part of House Targaryen. Dragons, hello. Wait, is he still alive? No, he's dead.
Who determines the draw?
All the knights draw straws.
But who holds the straws?
Not so many years ago, we fought as enemies at the Trident.
I'm glad we never met on the field, Sir Barristan. My father once told me you were the best he'd ever seen.
What the Mad King did to him was a terrible crime.
Oh, yeah.
He was a squire until a few months ago. How could he afford a new suit of armor?
It's made too small, Your Grace.
Your mother was a dumb whore.
Man, so mean.
You're too fat for your armor.
Is that how you speak to your king?
I mean, he is.
It's funny, is it?
Don't stop being so mean to this guy.
You're torturing the poor boy.
Go find the breastplate stretcher!
That's so mean. I hate this king.
You watch me out there. I still know how to point a lance.
You've no business jousting. There's not a man in the Seven Kingdoms would risk hurting you.
Man, I love Ned Stark as Hand of the King more than Otto Hightower.
You're a squire. A Lannister boy.
I have John Arryn to thank for her. Cersei Lannister will make a good match. I thought being king meant I could do whatever I wanted.
It was John who matched it.
Robert.
Oh.
His laugh. Man, I feel like even Ned Stark doesn't know how to deal with Robert.
Where's are you?
At her dancing lessons. The Night of the Flowers.
Oh, don't! Oh my
Thank you,
goodness.
Sir Loris.
Man, he might die, this guy.
100 gold dragons on the mountain.
I'll take that bet.
Ooh, nice.
Would have been so nice for you to have a friend.
When will you be having your friend?
Oh my god, they know! His name is Lord Renly.
Loris knew his mare was in heat. Quite crafty, really.
Don't kill the horse! I don't like the mountain. He's a dick.
Darkness in the name of your king! Let him go!
Let him die. Dude, if I was king, I would have killed the mountain.
I owe you my life, sir.
I'm not sir.
Man, I'm cheering for the hound just because the mountain's an asshole.
Remove his hood.
Isn't the King's Road? You said we were riding for Winterfell.
Often and loudly.
Very wise. Be out in droves, looking for me in the wrong place. Word's probably gotten to my father by now. Everyone knows a Lannister always pays his debts.
Would you be so good as to untie me?
Why would I do that?
Why not? Am I going to run?
Shadow cats and hill tribes are the least of your concern.
I don't like Caitlyn Stark right now.
You're taking me to your sisters to answer for my imagined crimes. She's changed. You might as well kill me here.
I am not a murderer, Lannister.
Neither am I.
The dagger found...
What sort of imbecile arms an assassin with his own blade?
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Untie me. If I die, what's the point?
I love Tyrion. He's so smart. Oh, me. Wait, but who? Are these like just barbarians? Nice. Let's go. Oh. Oh my God. That's a lot of dead people.
You need a woman? Nothing like a woman after a fight. Well, I'm willing if she is.
What? No!
Sigil, a Kraken.
Lords?
The Greyjoys.
Famed for their skills at archery.
Grey. Oh, his name is Greyjoy.
The Westerland. A Lannister always pays his debt.
No. A common saying, but not their official motto.
Family duty honor.
Your mother had to leave Winterfell.
How can she protect the family if she's not with her family?
Oh, Bran.
When you were born, I was the one who pulled you from your mother. From that moment, she will love you.
Why did she leave?
She had to do something. Why didn't you just tell him that she has to do something, like a responsibility?
I'll never shoot another arrow.
Saddle Lord Tyrion designed actually works. You could learn to shoot a bow from horseback.
Really?
He really wants to be a fighter.
What's a dwarf like down below?
Might surprise you.
We've been lords of the Iron Islands for 300 years. There's not a family in Westeros that can look down on us. Not even the Lannisters.
What about the Starks?
There we go again.
My father fought for the freedom of his people.
Come on.
Oh, cat! Oh, cat!
How is your son, my lord?
He'll never walk again.
But his mind is sound.
So they say.
It's more than sound. He's very smart.
If the wrong ears heard what I'm about to tell you,
Ooh.
off comes my head. You are the king's hand, and the king is a fool, and doomed unless you save him.
Why have you waited so long to tell me this?
I didn't trust you.
What sort of doom does the king face?
The same sort as Jon Arryn.
Cersei's gonna kill him.
As clear and tasteless as water, it leaves no trace.
Who gave it to him?
There was one boy. All he was, he owed to Jon Arryn.
Squire Sir Hugh.
Pity what happened to him.
Man, that's a shame.
Who paid Sir Hugh? Why kill him?
He started asking questions.
About the children! Oh, maybe he caught Jaime and Cersei. Like, not caught in the act, because maybe caught in the act. Oh. Oh my God, it's the dragon skull!
He's found one bastard already. He has the book. The fools tried to kill his son. They botched it.
Oh my God,
We will be at war soon, my friend.
Khal Drogo will not make his move until his son is born.
Oh, Khal Drogo. Is it because they're cheering for the Targaryens as well? But Varys is a bad guy. Oh my God.
The first to arrive and the last to leave. I admire your industry.
All desires are valid to a man with a full purse.
Awful rumor about a certain lord with a taste for fresh cadavers. The logistics alone to find beautiful corpses.
Yuck. He accommodates men like that?
Now, the last time I saw you, you were talking to the Hand of the King. Everyone's well aware of your enduring fondness for Lord Stark's wife. If the Lannisters were behind the attempt on the Stark boy's life, and it was discovered that you helped the Starks come to that conclusion.
I distinctly recall seeing you talking to Lord Stark in his chamber. Not long after that, when I saw you escorting a certain foreign dignitary.
The same one that Arya saw.
What are you two conspiring about? My brother is coming.
To a small council meeting?
What in the world is happening between Varys and Littlefinger? It's a lot easier to remember his name as Littlefinger. What's happening here?
No begging.
I'm not a beggar. I live here. I'm not a boy. I'm Arya Stark of Winterfell. My father will have both your heads on spikes.
Oh, snap.
You know I had half my guard out searching for you. You promised me this would stop.
They said they were going to kill you. I didn't see them. But I think one was fat.
Oh, Arya.
I'm not lying. They said you found the bastard, and the wolves are fighting the lions and the savage.
Where did you hear this?
In the dungeons.
What were you doing in the dungeons?
Chasing a cat.
Chasing a cat. Well, yeah, that is true.
Pardon, my lord. There's a Night's Watchman here begging a word.
I'm here to find men for the wall. Your brother Benjen. His blood runs black. Makes him as much my brother as yours.
Is Benjen dying?
Best said in private, my lord.
Something happened to Uncle Benjen.
How many guards does my father have?
Here in King's Landing, 50.
You wouldn't let anyone kill him, would you?
No fear on that.
Oh, he's gonna die, isn't he? I feel like so many people are gonna die.
She's taking the imp.
You're far from home, Lady Stark. Sir Varys Egan, Knight of the Vale. Why, he is with you.
He is my prisoner.
What happened to her sister?
They say it's impregnable.
Give me 10 good men and some climbing spikes. I'll impregnate the bitch.
What the fudge? What the fudge? That looks cool, though, that castle.
Your presence has been requested in the small council chamber. A meeting has been called. The king is at the small council meeting, my lord. He has summoned you. I believe it concerns Daenerys Targaryen.
Whore is pregnant.
How did they know?
I warned you, but you didn't care to hear. Well, I want them dead. Mother and child both.
You'll dishonor yourself forever if you do this.
Do you think it's honor that's keeping the peace? It's fear.
Then we're no better than the Mad King.
Yeah, that sounds like a dictatorship.
No rumor, my lord. The princess is with child. Sir Jorah Mormont. He is serving as advisor to the Targaryen.
What did Jorah say?
He broke the law, betrayed his family.
If she has a son?
Well, he is right, but why would he tell?
I'll fear the Dothraki, the day they teach the horses to run on water.
Speak sense to this honorable fool!
Yet we who presume to rule must sometimes do vile things.
No, no.
Should the Dothraki invade, how many innocents will die?
It's her throat. Be done with it.
These men are vile.
I followed you into war. Twice. But I will not follow you now. The Robert I grew up with didn't tremble at the shadow of an unborn child.
Exactly. I mean...
She dies.
I will have no part in it.
You'll do as I command, or I'll find me a hand who will.
Okay, then go. He didn't even want that job. Yes. Yes.
I thought you were a better man.
Out. Go! Run back to Winterfell!
I'll go ahead with my daughters. Get them ready. Do it yourself.
Lord Baelish is here for you.
No!
I'll take you to see the last person John Arryn spoke with. That sort of thing still interests you. It won't take more than an hour, but as you please.
No! Don't do it anymore, Nat! Don't do it! Just walk away!
Round up all the men we have and station them outside the girls' chambers.
You pollute my home with his presence.
Ew! What the fudge?
Your aunt has done a bad thing. Look at him. The Lord of all the Vale. It's Tyrion the Imp of House Lannister. He killed your father. He murdered the Hand of the King.
I've been a very busy man.
You will watch your tongue.
No one can hurt us here! Tell him, Mummy! Tell him!
There's something wrong with that boy.
No one will hurt my baby.
This man is my prisoner. I will not have him harmed.
My sister's guest is weary. Introduce him to Maud.
Who's Maud? What in the world?
Robert will rant for a few days, but he won't do anything. He adores the man. He thinks that anyone who hasn't been to war isn't a man. All I ever hear from Robert and Stannis is how I'm not tough enough. Not everyone is such a gifted swordsman.
It's not a gift. Good, because I work at it.
Nice. So, oh.
Everywhere.
He just lifted it up.
Robert's threatening to take me hunting with him. Robert loves his killing.
Yeah, it does seem like it. Robert loves to kill.
Do you know who should be king? But I'd fight for you.
I'm fourth in line.
Joffrey is a monster. Tommen is 8.
Stannis?
Stannis has the personality of a lobster. What are you doing? Look at it.
You cut me.
It's just blood. If you become king, you're going to see a lot of this.
He's a good partner, in fairness.
Power is the sole province of the worst.
Oh my god, they're gonna do it.
Sorry your marriage to Ned Stark didn't work out. You seem so good together.
You seem so good together.
I suppose this is where you tell me to give the job to your brother, Jaime.
He's not serious enough. I'll say this for Ned Stark. He's serious enough.
Targaryen girl convinces her horse lord husband to invade. We won't be able to stop them.
He is so nervous about the Dothrakis.
They go from town to town, looting and burning. How long do the people of the Seven Kingdoms stand behind their absentee king? When do the people decide that Viserys Targaryen is the rightful monarch after all?
We still outnumber them.
Our purpose died with the Mad King. We've got as many armies as there are men with gold in their purse.
What do you want?
He wants wine. He just wants to get drunk.
We haven't had a real fight in 9 years. Backstabbing doesn't prepare you for a fight, and that's all the realm is now. Sometimes I don't know what holds it together.
Our marriage.
It's nice that they can laugh together, I guess.
How long can hate hold a thing together?
Well, 17 years is quite a long time.
So it's Joffrey 17 years old, I'm assuming? Or maybe 16.
What was she like?
You've never asked about her.
I thought if I didn't talk about her, she'd just fade away. I refused to ask out of spite. I didn't want to give you the satisfaction of thinking I cared enough to ask.
Aww.
It became clear that my spite didn't mean anything to you. As far as I could tell, you actually enjoyed it.
I want to know the horrible truth.
Oh, I want to know.
I can't even remember what she looked like. I only know she was the one thing I ever wanted. And 7 kingdoms couldn't fill the hole she left behind.
I felt something for you once, you know.
I know.
Aww.
So we lost our first boy.
Man, that must suck for Cersei.
Was there ever a time, ever a moment?
No.
Oh,
Does that make you feel better or worse?
I mean, at least he was honest, but...
Doesn't make me feel anything.
Nah, you're hurt. You're hurt! That must suck. I mean, all things considered, we're gonna talk about this at the end of the episode. How sweet, though, that Robert loved Lyanna that much.
She has his nose, his black hair. The king was always good to me.
When Jon Arryn came to visit you,
He just wanted to know if the child was happy.
Oh, another bastard.
what do you know of King Robert's bastards?
He has more than you.
Jon Arryn tracked them all down. Why?
Perhaps Robert wanted them looked after. He was overcome with fatherly love.
Be back, sir. This is the hand of the king.
Was the hand of the king.
What's the meaning of this, Lannister?
You remember my brother, don't you, Lord Stark? Blonde hair? You wouldn't know what happened to him, would you?
Oh no, they know!
My lords! I'll bring the city watch. I'm going to open your lord from balls to brains.
No, stop fighting!
Take him alive. Kill his men.
Oh no, Yogar! What the fudge? That was a cheap shot though, Jamie. My freaking goodness! Oh no, I liked him! Stop fighting! Oh my god! What a dick! He was not supposed to do that! That pissed Jamie off. Or maybe it pissed him off because he wanted to win on his own in his own right. Oh, that's dark!
My brother, Lord Stark. I want him back.
Oh my god! Fudgy bar! It's oh my god! If Ned Stark dies, it's Caitlyn's fault. Now I'm mad. I thought Ned was gonna get reprimanded because of what he's been doing, like kind of like digging for information about, you know, how John Arryn died. And we all know that he died because he probably found out about how Cersei is cheating on the king with her brother. Sounds so weird. With her brother, and then all of the children are not really Robert's children. But oh my god, this is all Caitlyn's fault! Caitlyn shouldn't have done what she did. She shouldn't have done what she did. Now Ned might die. No. Calm down. He's gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine. Otherwise, I'm gonna quit. It's so hard that I have to tie my hair. If Ned Stark dies, I will quit Game of Thrones and just never watch this again because I hate it. I hate it already. I always have to kind of remember the time or the setting of Game of Thrones. It's, you know, at a time where internet obviously wasn't present and communication is, you know, very slow, and everything is just really revolves around gossip, if you think about it, and trust and word of mouth. Also, that one guy, I think Greyjoy, he's gonna be bad. I just know it. He's gonna turn his back on the Starks because all of the scenes so far that involves him kind of is reminiscent on his father's failed rebellion and how he was taken as a ward, and that's a nice way of saying it apparently, according to the horror. And I think it's gonna get to him because considering the setting, this was such a patriarchal society. Pride was very important for them. I can't believe they showed his penis. That's so... Wow. I didn't know. Did they really show this in television? That's crazy. Or maybe they zoomed it in a bit so that you don't see the penis. I mean... we've seen a lot of breasts. What's a penis? You know what I mean? I mean, the only thing that would surprise me now is if this series would actually show the butthole. Like, literally, butt cheeks parted ways and you could see the butthole. That's the only thing that I guess would surprise me at this point. Yogurt's dead as well! So now Ned doesn't have anyone. He doesn't have anyone on his side. And that's pretty sad. One particular scene that I do want to talk about though is I want to talk about the interaction between Robert Baratheon and Cersei. Arranged marriage aside, because you know, I think even in today's culture we see arranged marriages and stuff, and you know, some of them work. Like it's just really how some cultures work. So for Cersei, I think obviously she wanted to make it work. It helped obviously that was the norm back then. So, you know, they married for stronger connections and for, I mean, I'm guessing Robert was a good-looking man when he was in 17 years ago. So maybe Cersei, it wasn't that difficult for Cersei to fall in love with him. And he was king. So yeah, I believe that she really did feel something for him. Oh, and yes, it was mentioned in like episode 2 that Cersei had a son that was taken by the flu. And that must have really made Cersei feel bad. But to hear that Robert never really fell in love with her, and for him it was really more of a transactional thing. And it was very evident with him always sleeping with, you know, different women, that he doesn't really love her. He has no respect for her. Which actually brings me to another point that I have, and I thought about it, but I think I didn't say it because there were characters speaking on the screen. But Ned's love for his wife at a time like this, when it was, I'm guessing, very, very forgivable for men to cheat on their wives, it's just kind of Oh, so loyal. I love it. Like, I love how much Ned Stark loves his wife, you know? And let's give credit where credit is due. Caitlyn kind of realizing how her sister is a little bit crazy, I guess, or I don't know, there's just something not well with her. Breastfeeding her son when her son is already that big, it just seems very, 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 very weird. And it doesn't help that she's smothering him with love and kind of like babying him. That's something that I've kind of noticed. Even with Cersei, the moms in this show, except for Caitlyn, I guess, they're kind of like super, very protective of their children. And, you know, maybe I'm not one to talk because I'm not a mom, obviously. But I feel like that's why their kids are so messed up. Because it's like their egos are so inflated. They're being raised to think that they're God's gift on earth. And even though I actually believe that children are a blessing, you're not so special that you get to be an asshole, you know? Like, I know. There's just something so wrong with some of the moms and how they raise their children here. Like, if anything, I kind of admire how Alicent in House of the Dragon kind of like smacks the head out of Aegon when he acts out of line. We're halfway through season 1, but I'm gonna go and watch another episode. And oh yeah, wait, I never finished my thought about Robert Baratheon and Cersei Lannister. I basically just feel bad for Cersei because it's kind of like she probably just always wanted to be loved. She wanted to feel some sort of love. I wouldn't be surprised if her parents were distant. It just seems to be like an ongoing theme. But, oh no, Viserys was a nice father. Viserys in House of the Dragon. And also Ned Stark and Caitlyn are nice parents. But, you know, maybe the Lannisters just didn't parent their kids right for them to be like this. I'm willing to bet. They just seem like total assholes, except for Tyrion. But even with Tyrion said something in the previous episode where he's like, his father never made him forget that he was a bastard. Or maybe I'm imagining that. And it just goes to show how I think their parents' love for them is very conditional. And that's really not healthy for any kid to experience, you know? So yeah, I mean, for Cersei to just hear, I think she's received a little bit of closure knowing that Robert never really loved her and knowing that there was really never a time because Robert was really just truly in love with Lyanna Stark. It's sad. I feel very sad for Cersei. I feel for her. But also, can we just talk about how Robert Baratheon was so devoted to Lyanna Stark? But is it devotion or basically an obsession now? Is it just really his pride? Because I remember with Ned looking at Robert, it's like he's kind of like he's giving me the same energy as, yeah, you love my sister too much. It's making me feel uncomfortable because I feel like I know something that you don't. You know what I mean? Like, maybe my sister isn't really as into you as you are into her. And it's like downright an obsession. But I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna end the episode right here. But as always, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button. And if you guys want to see the longer unedited cuts of my reactions, you can head on over to my Patreon. And with that said, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.